Hi everyone. Radical Gardener, and I forgot my tea. It's sitting on my desk. Anyway, it is Tuesday, November 26th, something like that. You know what it is. Yeah, 26th, I think it is. Anyway, I heard back from that permaculture landscaping design place in Florida, and they're going to contact me right after the first of the year, and we're going to talk about the design and just setting up my yard, setting up my garden, my botanical wonderland, my I don't know. I'm so excited. I can't think of the right words for it. But anyways, I was watching some of his videos today, and he really, I don't know if this is the only person he studied with, but he's done some workshops, has taken workshops from Geoff Lawton. And Geoff Lawton, I think he's from Australia. And Geoff Lawton, I think, I'm still doing my research, does trainings in St. Augustine, which, as you know, I'm going to be just a little bit south of it, 20 minutes south of it. So I went up on his site. Oh my God. So I'm going to sign up for any classes that he offers because that's going to be pretty close to home. And I want to tell you about, he has a website, which is geofflawtononline.com, and I'll spell that for you, and I'll put it down below. It is Geoff Lawton, Lauton, online, online.com. So that's his website, and I believe that's where you go to sign up for any kind of training that you might want to take. And I'm going to put it out to the subscribers that, for my channel that are in Florida. Maybe a whole bunch of us could do that training. That'd really be fun if we could start networking and really taking this on. I know some of you are already, adopting some of these principles. But he also has a YouTube channel, which is called Geoff Lawton, same spelling, Permaculture Online. So one of the ones I watched is that he has a place where in the Middle East, where he's showing how you can turn desert into these tropical lush areas. And there's a woman who is right across from where has land from where he's been working on this whole thing, and she shows what she's done. I think she's only been doing it for 2 years, but you ought to see it. And it only rains there like once a year. And she said that she was it hasn't rained there for a year, and she was digging to plant something or dig something up, and she said there was still moisture in the ground. So they're doing it with chop and drop and mulching and all the different principles that they're applying with permaculture, with how they're using plants to shade other plants, and it's so impressive. It's so impressive. And this is what I like about it. It can be anything you want it to be. Like, I like my garden to look pretty. I do. And I know all gardens are pretty, but I like it to, and I talked about this before. I think I just spent so much time looking at the English garden thing, and it just looks so romantic to me. And just being the creative soul that I am, it just really is an extension of my personality, and that's just how I like things to look. And so as I was going through Pete Canaris's website and looking at all the pictures of the different gardens he did, he just shows how you can just do it in any kind of setting. So I'm just so excited that of all the possibilities that I'm going to be able to incorporate. And let's not forget what I've learned, over the last really 10 years of really pretty intensive gardening, with raised beds and containers and, the way that I grew in, in buckets, and, I just had a lot of success. And so I can incorporate that. And, I learned so much this last year. I mean, I really took it on in a big way. And, and I was doing chop and drop, and it was just, it was so, worth my time, even though I'm not going to stay here, even though I spent all this time building up the soil in this garden. It was so worth it because I got to learn so much. And that's the thing, gardening's not any different than anything else. It's really, it's a process. It's one plant at a time. That's why I tell people, especially for you that are beginning gardeners, don't worry about it. I mean, it's one plant at a time. Go get a bucket, drill holes all around it. And that's what I didn't do this last year until the end, is you want the roots to have aeration. So put a bunch of holes about this big, like quarter size. You can use a drill to do it and get a little attachment, and do that all around your bucket. You put burlap in it to hold the soil in, or cheesecloth, and then put your mixture of soil, and remember, it's like I used, compost, soil, and peat moss, and 1/3 of each. And that's what I put in my buckets. And some things may want a little different of a mixture, but you'll know as you plant each plant, and you can read about it and the conditions of what it wants. So I just had tremendous luck. And I'll tell you, the beans were crazy. I mean, they just grew, and those were all in buckets, and I didn't even have the holes in them. So imagine if I do that this coming year, what kind of results I'm going to get. So just really excited. This is going to be the garden that I dreamed of, and I love the one that I just did, but this is the one. This is when I'm going to ask for help, and really do my research. I want to go to other gardens, see how they've done it. I want to think about things before I jump into it. And I have a tendency to just run and jump, And then I had to redo a lot of things design-wise, what have you. And it's okay if I do that, but I really want to spend my time and ask the land, where should I put the herb garden? Where should I put a pond if I'm going to put a pond in? Where should I put the grapevines? Where should I put, walk around on that land, communicate with that land, ask the land, I did that this last year. I mean, I just I would just sit in the garden, and I would just think, okay, where should I put this? Where's it going to do the best? And I would just hear it loud and clear, put that rhubarb over there. That rhubarb's going to do really good over there. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not kidding. I mean, I would just hear it loud and clear. And so that worked, and I'll do it again. So I would show you the house, but the only thing I have, it has the address on it, and that wouldn't be very smart because I have a YouTube channel. So not that anybody would come and bother me, I'm sure. They all have lives, but you never know. I mean, you could get some weird stalker who's interested in an old woman. And so I just have to be careful, right? Yeah, so I'll find a way that I can show that to you so the address isn't just smeared all over it. And you can check out the grounds. I'll try and put that together for tomorrow. So what have I done beside all this today, doing all this research? Well, I've been getting organized for the move, and I'll show you what I've been doing, because I am not going to feel overwhelmed. I'm going to do this in a real organized way. So here's my list. And what I've got is just, like clean the stove or refrigerator. There's things I want to paint, and I don't want to take things there and then paint them. I want things to, to be. I want to deal with it here. Like I just organized all my teas. I made sure my seeds were organized. Tomorrow I'm going to organize all my herbs. I just want everything to be ready to go. And so when I unpack the boxes, that's exactly what I want. And it's exactly, it's cleaned, it's clean, it's organized, it's labeled. So I've just gotten one order. I'm going to be packing things in basement, garage, yard, my office, a lot of my office, the artwork, and we'll leave the living room, bedroom, and kitchen till last. And then I wrote it in on the calendar when I'm going to do what, so that I'm not caught like the last 2 weeks going, oh my God, I have to do all this. And then I've also wrote down, change of address for the post office, credit cards. We got to get, car maintenance before we go on a long trip. And then I had to do a lot of research today. I've got to find a new credit union down in Florida, a new bank. Also, I have to book a truck because we're driving our plants down and our animals. So we have a friend that's going to drive the U-Haul truck with the plants, and then Joe and I are going to be in the 4x4 behind her with the animals. That should be a YouTube channel. Okay, just figure that. 5 cats, a dog, and a bird. Just saying. And we've got to make sure all the pet carriers are together, and we have all their food, and they all have leashes, because we're going to stop at rest stops. I've got a lot to do. And but not too much if I've got it all spread out. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm just making sure I'm really, really organized. So every day I do, 2 or 3 things that are going to serve that move, right? So if any of you have good tips, I'll take them. I know the boxes should be labeled. I know it should say what room it should go into. So I've got all that, you guys. So, just let me know if you can think of anything else, right? Okay, so Radical Gardener, from my garden to yours. May your garden always grow. I'm sending you a ton of love. Okay, see you later. Bye.